guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fast from Kitchen Cosplay, and today we're back again with you guys with Viking! Episode 2 of Season 4 already.
Okay, so where are we right now? Ragnar is alive. He's hurt, but he's on his way to recovery, even though the first episode of Season 4 was kind of a foreshadowing to his death.
True.
He's kind of conflicted with everything he's done because he's seen the doors of Valhalla closing in front of him, so he's like, okay. Not good. Aslog seems really eager for him to die. She was asking about, is there a woman who's gonna rule after him? Is that woman gonna be me? And she's like, oh, we're all happy to see you alive and up. And he's like, yeah, some are more happy than others, right? And she's like, hey.
You also got a new entrance in the new slave that Aslog bought, and Rollo killed all of the other Vikings that stay with him in Francia.
You guys have been mentioning that Rollo, the real Rollo in history, was the one that kind of gave way to was it Normandy? I think it's Normandy. There you go. And this is so cool, by the way. But we'll focus on the show right now because obviously Rollo wasn't Ragnar's brother, I think. So this is not totally true. This is not following history closely. It's still a TV show, which means even though we kind of know what the real Rollo did, I'm still really nervous about what the Rollo in the show is going to do when he's going to face Ragnar again, and the repercussions of what he did last episode because he did kill his fellow Vikings. That's gonna, he's gonna have a lot of French people really happy with what he's done, but not a lot of Vikings are gonna be happy with his new treason because that's the second time he's
Turns the charm,
oh.
like they said.
Jesus Christ, man. I gave you my trust. I'm taking it back. Okay.
Give back your bone, please.
Speaking of trust, bigger little shit turned on the one that was in love with Lagertha, but not really happy with her being Earl. So he kind of said, everyone who wants Lagertha to leave, go in the middle of the circle. It's not obvious that we're gonna shoot you. He did shoot them all, so now he's really
They're close to each other. Yeah. Closer. Okay, now you can shoot. Bye-bye.
And little shit, like the ex-king son, was also part of the thing. So I'm like, okay, I thought you hated Lagertha, but he's playing it cool. So
I still don't like him enough. So.
I still don't like him. I don't like him either. But the other one, like the bigger shit, the one that's also Earl with Lagertha, I'm like, I still don't trust you, but you've scored a point. It's good. So there's that, and Bjorn left for a self-discovery voyage.
Yeah, and he abandoned his own daughter to do
I know.
so.
I feel like it's too hard for him because his wife left, so seeing his daughter is like a reminder. It's no excuse, but we'll have to see what he does on his journey, if he comes back a changed man.
Poor Siggy.
Yeah. Okay, that's what happened last episode. Floki has been arrested as well.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen to him yet. So this episode is called Kill the Queen. I don't know which queen we're talking about, but we'll see. Let's jump in this episode.
All right.
See what happens.
Let him go.
He asked, well, yeah, maybe Elga. He asked her, but...
Floki has escaped King Ragnar.
Of course he has. Well, go find him.
Either he predicted it or he helped. We still don't know what he has in mind, like what he's planning to do with him. Floki is the type of bad guy that we enjoy following. Like, we don't hate him.
Number of Wessex, England.
We're back with the treacherous shit. The king. Everyone's a little shit in this show.
No, that's just a way of showing love, so that's fine.
Actually, they're human. Treacherous.
We have some unexpected
Selfish.
and urgent news
Mean.
from Mercia.
We have heard that several leading Mercian nobles, refusing to pay homage to us, have risen in revolt against Queen Quenthrith and overthrown. As far as we know, she and her son,
Queen.
Magnus, have been imprisoned in her tower somewhere. Meanwhile, these rebel nobles have set themselves up as a ruling council.
It may be that this time we will have to use force to overcome Mercia.
But not
This
before
time.
we
They're going
made
down.
the last attempt to rescue the queen and her son.
You will have to find the tower first.
My lord, we have already dispatched scouts. We await their report.
In the meantime, we charge you all to give warning. Summon your men and your supporters to arms.
The fall of Mercia has been planned for a while.
Yep.
He acts like he's like, oh, this is a tragedy. Oh, they've turned on her.
What are we gonna do?
He planned this. Because anyone could say that she wasn't fit to be queen. He knew it. He knew it too. You can probably tell she helped. Or he was aware and they planned it together.
Could be true.
Did you free Floki help?
Oh,
I don't know. I might have done.
okay. They're still friends. That's the worst.
I don't blame you. It is your duty as a wife.
Floki loves you.
He only loves himself. You know that better than anyone. Winter is coming. Whatever happens,
Wrong show, Ragnar. Wrong show.
you and your child will need to eat.
Dealing with Floki is not something he was looking forward to do. I believe him though when he's saying Floki only loves himself, but I think Floki was lying to himself, saying he was doing it for everyone else. Oh shit.
What? There's scouts?
Scouts.
Ah, yeah.
They're powerful.
All of them?
It's usually not a good thing if one of them is still alive. Means they let him go.
You know where the tower is,
Yes.
and you can lead us there. Who told you?
I don't know.
Then how can you trust him?
He was a nobleman.
What was his name?
I only knew him as W.
W.
Yes, sir.
And still, you trust him.
Yes.
They're using Quenthrith as bait. It's obvious. It's obvious to you. What does that mean? Well, it's the way you think. Not everyone thinks like you, Father. Then you are prepared to trust this man's word and go with him to Mercia.
I mean, even I could say that.
King Egbert may be cunning, but Ethelwulf no soldiers, no.
Yeah, but let's be
Unfortunate.
real. They killed everyone else, but they left this one alive.
Go with some of our best.
It is suspicious.
God also goes with you, my son.
He's going with his son's idea.
If you have any cause to doubt the honesty of your scout, then think as I would think.
It's not helping that he's looking at him all suspicious.
I'll bear your advice in mind, Father. And whatever else, save the son.
Aethelwulf is more open with his dad now. Because of the conversation they had before where it was obvious he was willing to let his son die for his own plans. And it was tense and all. Ever since that conversation, he's like, fuck you, Dad.
We found him, Father.
The great Floki. Why didn't the gods protect you? Why didn't they hold you better from such? Could it be that the gods were not interested in saving him? Because they are angry at you. Is there anything you want to say to that? I've said it all.
He doesn't regret his actions. That's why he wants you to say you're sorry. Say you were
He
wrong.
says he's sorry, he's gonna spare
Bring him
him.
forward, please.
He's disappointed in him. He's forcing his hand.
You made me suffer, and now I shall make you suffer. And I've got such a wonderful punishment for you. You probably appreciate it too. See, I borrowed it from the gods. It's very imaginative. And it goes on. And on. And on. And on. Nothing heroic. No chance to impress the gods.
Why are you still angry?
Because Floki still refuses to admit why he did what he did.
But he's right. What did he do that was wrong? All he did was kill a Christian. Why should he be punished just for that?
This is not about Christians or faith. It's about loyalty.
Oh shit.
And trust.
Oh shit. Stop hitting her. Well, he doesn't trust her anymore, so...
I know that, but that's no reason to beat your wife.
I know, he's so angry. Careful, she could turn on you.
I think she already did.
More.
Something you can't understand.
Oh shit. He's losing it. Man. At least he didn't lie about the tower.
Okay.
They need to get to the queen.
10 men to the gates! Attack! No!
So far, so good. Like, unless they show up from behind and they ambush them. Oh, he's good. He's really good. I don't despise him. I don't like him much, but he's good. Good.
So far, his plan is working. So
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. I still think it's weird that they left just one guy alive. I'm like, who's W?
Kill the queen! Kill the queen!
Oh, I don't want to see it. Well, I mean, if she dies, she doesn't want the
That's
kid
an
to see.
escape though, to have women in Wessex being soldiers.
I think that's why they were with her. Oh shit. Whoa! Oh!
Even though you're a jerk, I don't want for you to die, Ragnar.
Oh, let's see her defend herself. That's gonna be interesting. She's doing good. Careful, the kid.
She's a crazy mama bitch.
Oh, cool, cool.
Ow.
Oh, that's getting so close. Oh, oh that got close.
Take the key. Save the queen, please.
Save the baby. Oh, he's coming, he's coming.
Come on, quickly. Kill one, you can kill the other.
Oh. Okay.
What took you so long?
What are you doing up here?
I'm trying to dig a grave, don't you see? For my daughter.
What?
What did she die of?
What?
Does it matter?
She was coughing earlier.
Have you told Floki?
No.
Why did Floki kill all the little girls on the show.
It's actually that it's really it's realistic.
No, I
In the
know.
middle of winter,
Oh.
despite everything. Oh, that's how they're. Oh my god, that's how they're gonna do it. The tide is gonna rise slowly. Oh, poor little girl.
Are they Onda? Is that her
I
name?
don't remember.
Looks like just
Weirdly
a
enough,
friend.
yeah. That's gonna end here.
Next time on
Don't
Vikings.
look
Next
at it.
time we won't look. Don't check. Okay. It's breaking my heart.
He doesn't even know about it.
Do you think it's better if he doesn't know? I think it's better if he doesn't know.
I can really pronounce her name because I'm really not good with names.
She had the name of one of
Loki's
the goddess.
mother.
Yeah, there you go.
Giantress.
I can't.
Oh.
Ragnar is so conflicted. He's his friend, you know. He trusted him, and he broke that trust. Like he said to Aslog before he hit her. It's not about gods. It's not about religion. It's never been about that with Ragnar ever since he met Athelstan and he started doubting their input on his life. You know, he was questioning his entire way of doing things. It's never been about religion ever since that time. Like, it's been about strategy and trust and people that fight beside you. And everyone always betray Ragnar, and they have stupid reasons. And he's like, seriously, it could have been so good. We could have, you know, avoided fights. We could have lived on together, be prosper, have riches. But you had to mess it up because of a stupid reason. Either it's because Rollo wanted to be like the guy and Ragnar had everything, despite the fact that Ragnar never asked for anything.
True.
He betrayed his brother for stupid reasons, in Ragnar's opinion, because if you're Rollo, they're not stupid reasons, obviously, but... And Floki killing Athelstan, starting something because of his gods, because of religion, and it had nothing to do with that. Now he has to make these decisions, he has to see his friends suffer, and he can't do anything about it. Everyone always betray him. Humans are treacherous, they are ambitious, they are so mean, that's crazy. Aslog, same fucking thing.
They're selfish, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Ragnar has his faults, like he's not perfect, but we'll never say that he betrayed people because of his own ambition. I don't think he's never done that before. No, he's never wanted titles. He's never wanted to be who he is right now. It's always been because of the others, and now he has to make these hard decisions, and he has to suffer and be betrayed because no one will let him live his life in peace.
Well, sometimes you cannot have what you wish. And you need to live with what you got.
And I mean, the entire thing with Floki, it's about having him say out loud, okay, I admit I did it because I was jealous of your relationship with Athelstan, because Athelstan was important and I was not. And he brought in his Christian God, and he kind of started to turn it around and I mean, what Floki believes in is completely different to what Athelstan believed in, but people, you know, took to Athelstan. They trusted him, and he felt jealous.
So sometimes it's hard to admit your own fault.
Yep.
And even more when you're sure that what you did was for the right reasons.
I know.
If you're sure that what you did was right and you were in the right to do so, you're not gonna admit your own faults.
I think it's easy
That's
for
the
Floki.
thing.
It's easy for Floki to explain what he's done by saying, "I did it for the gods," because no one can really argue with that. Their gods are not there. No one can say, "Well, bullshit. I heard them say otherwise." Like, no one can say that. And Floki, having built the ships that brought them to England and to after that France and stuff, everyone knows that what they've been through, what they've discovered, could not have been possible because of Floki. So they look up at him. They really love him. They love what he says. They love what he does. And he's been preaching about the gods. Oh, the gods gave me that power. The gods showed me the way to success and everything. So when he kills Athelstan, when he does crazy things for the gods, and he's like, oh, well, I did it for everyone, it's hard to call bullshit. Yeah, you know? But Ragnar knows that there's more to it, but he still won't acknowledge that he did it for himself, that he is selfish. People that are very close to him can tell, but the others cannot tell. So if he just kills them without having him say, I did it because I'm selfish, not because the gods told me to. If he kills them without Floki admitting to anything, Floki wins. And it makes it a bad decision. I don't know if I can say bad decision. I don't know, but...
There's not a winner or a loser
I
in that
know.
situation, though.
It's so complicated. It's really sad because Floki had to go and do that shit, and now we have to deal with the consequences, and he's just okay with it. Although I have to say, him leaving, like him fleeing, is kind of like admitting that he's guilty. Like, yes,
People
I did something
know
bad.
that he killed Athelstan. That won't change that.
Yeah, but if he truly believes that he did the right thing, he should flee. Like, he should face the consequences to his actions. If he believes that it's the right thing, that he did the right thing, then don't run.
If he believes that he did the right thing, he shouldn't be punished for it. So that's why he tried to flee.
Yeah, but
that's
still,
the thing.
I feel like fleeing is like admitting that you did something wrong. I agree that he was a prisoner, he was living in horrible conditions, and he was facing a potential death, and he had no idea what was going to happen. So yes, I understand that. I just feel like to everyone else, him fleeing is like saying, well, you were right, guys. I did something bad. Now I'm going to flee. It's heartbreaking to see.
You said that's realistic that young child
can die in winter.
Young children are gonna die during winter time because of illness and stuff, but I swear this show has something against daughters.
Yeah.
Like Siggy's daughter, Lagata's daughter, and Elga's daughter.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that Elga cannot take care of her kid, but it probably didn't help that Floki was arrested and wasn't there to provide and to help them out. Like, I don't know if Helga doesn't have a job or anything. Like, where does the money come from for the food and stuff? Ragnar had to show up and give them food and say, well, winter is here.
Also, I'm pretty sure that she passed most of her time around Floki with her young daughter during
outside and stuff. I heard her cough. I think it might be a cold or something.
She was coughing, yeah.
Yeah, so farewell, but I feel like telling Floki is going to be really, really harsh. I don't know if Ragnar is just going to let him die without telling him, if he's going to consider this as punishment enough.
Maybe he will.
Because
he knows what losing a child
due
to someone.
And
he experienced it.
We know he doesn't want, well, really deep down, he's really hurt that Floki betrayed him, but he's still his friend. He forgave Rollo for something similar, and I'm like, Floki is not his brother for sure, but I feel like Ragnar finds it really hard for himself to make that decision, to make that call. Let's kill Floki. He chose a punishment for him. I feel like it's drowning, just him standing there till the tide goes up. Which is crazy because he is in a position similar to Jesus Christ. Ha! The irony.
Same clothes too.
Yeah. So. It's the worst way for him to go as well, because there is no way he's going to prove himself dying this way to the gods. So in his mind, it could be like, oh, you're refusing me entry to Valhalla if I do that. Or I'm not going to I'm not going to go there as a hero or anything. I'm going to be there like a traitor. So it's not that great, but maybe the death of his kid is going to change that. I don't know. I don't want Floki to die. I know I've said terrible things about the guy in the last few episodes ever since he killed Athelstan. Athelstan was one of my favorite characters, so to see him go because of Floki is really, really harsh for me, but I still enjoy Floki's character. Just like Rollo. Rollo did some terrible things, but at the beginning of the show, it was easy to be mean when it came to Rollo, to be really, angry about his treason. But after that, when he was with Siggy and he got to be repentant, I don't know. But when he tried to have Ragnar, you know, forgive him for what he did, we started to like him a little bit, and he started to become a character that we looked forward to seeing more. And now he did that shit, and we're too involved now. Like, we hate what he did, but then we see scenes like this.
For him, yeah.
We see
That's
him,
the harsh part.
get dressed up and stuff. I actually feel really proud of him for coming up with that strategy. And I'm like, it makes sense because he knows what the Vikings are going to do. He knows their tactics. He knows about their boats. True. So he brings the knowledge. And to see him try to go through the language barrier, that's nice. And then
Whoosh.
be fitted.
Whoosh.
And then be fitted like a French noble. And having his wife laugh at him, and he's just so...
Let's be honest, we laughed at him too.
Yeah, but we're not his wife. And he's surrounded by people he doesn't know. By people that he doesn't understand. And she's supposed to support him. He's working towards having her accept him.
I do hope that she will support him someday.
Give her time.
Yeah. Much more time.
She sees herself as a prisoner. Which actually brings me back to Egbert and Judith. There's even though to everyone else you look like you're free or that you have power and stuff, it's crazy how many different ways there are of having a prisoner. Right now, Gisela, the French princess,
Gisela, yeah.
She is a prisoner. She was forced to marry a guy she doesn't know and a guy she despises, a beast to everyone else, and she can't do anything about it. That's a prisoner. Judith... it appears like she has a choice, but I feel like Egbert always has a plan behind his plans, you know? He's always predicting what's going to happen, and he's manipulating people. I feel like he's giving her the idea that she's free, and there is going to be something after that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's actually what's going on here, but that's because of who Egbert is and what he's done in the past. That's the feeling I cannot shake off when it comes to him, that he's planning something.
He offers his protection to Judith and her son, and she accepts.
Yeah, but
so she's basically his own little puppet.
True, because he's dangling
he's gonna
that.
Take care of his own puppet. Teach her, make her
happy,
seem important by learning the sacred text. By giving her everything that she can be and
giving her power.
Powerful person.
And I mean, he's been looking for a second Athelstan for a while, someone he could that could help him with his project of, you know, translating everything, and maybe someone he could have power over. So she could be that person. Don't know. But it's not freedom.
She can't really say no too, because if she says no, goodbye protection. Goodbye safety.
Well, I mean, that was her idea. Like, she said she wanted to do this, so he gave it to her. That gives her the idea that, well, I mean, that makes her trust him a little more. That gives her the idea that she's more at ease, more powerful. She has power over him, that she can get what she wants. It makes her at ease, but doesn't mean she's free. She's not free. He's manipulating her into believing that she is, but she's not. As long as he's saying, well, protection of your kids, he's the only one standing between her kids and death. So I'm like, technically that's not true, but if ever she was, you know, forced to take care of her kids by herself and no one was there to protect them, people could start doubting how she got that second son and her, and not her importance, but her involvement with Athelstan, and they could attack her.
What did you think about Aethelwulf and his strategy to save and free Queen Catherine?
He's doing good. I was expecting like more than that.
What if you scared though?
Well, I'm surprised by how involved we were in the fight, because we've said several times that we don't particularly like him. No, we don't hate him.
We don't love him as a character, but we like him as a character. There's a huge difference.
I feel like a lot of people always take advantage of him, and they like to manipulate him and make him seem like he's stupid and just...
But he's not.
But he's not, that's the thing.
He knows war, he knows how to strategize.
And he's the only character...
a faithful Christian.
He's the only character in this show so far that I haven't seen really go after his ambitions. Like, he wanted to sleep with the queen, but he didn't because he's married. he wanted,
his
yeah,
fate.
he wanted his wife to suffer, but he didn't do anything because his dad said that God had said she was gonna be pregnant.
Well, he can't really because his dad is a king.
No, I know, but I mean, he made the effort.
Against the king.
He made the effort to be civil with her.
Yeah.
There's that. And I mean, he knows that his dad probably is probably using him, like there's tension there, but he still does as he's being asked. He's always trying to do his duty, and I feel like out of all the characters, he's the only one on this side of the planet when compared to the Vikings, because Ragnar is pretty much like that as well. But on this side of the earth, he's pretty much the only one that
who is
doesn't
not doing
follow
his second plans and hiding stuff from everybody else.
So I'll give him that. He's trying.
That's a plus.
And I mean, that was pretty cool to see how he did it. I was expecting more soldiers, perhaps, because obviously they were using her as bait, but they were not ready for what befell them. And he was right to trust that scout. I'm like, I thought it was suspicious. I actually thought that Edward was right. Like, it's suspicious that one of them survived.
It's suspicious, but maybe it was more some sort of a threat. Like, we killed everybody else, but one. So we are powerful. Do not try to go against us.
And I mean, there's still the question of who's W, who gave him the location of the tower.
The first James Bond. Agent W.
Anyway, we're gonna move on and see what happens in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see episode 3 right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
Yep, so don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to watch it now. And if not, wait for the next one to be up on YouTube.
Yes, very, very soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.